think we might be live. Yeah. Hello, if anybody is watching. I'm just going to get this up on my other screen. I'm just experimenting with the new setup. Let's see if this works. And it looks like it is working. Yeah, there you go. Right, okay. So, hello and welcome to everybody who's watching live. If anybody, I haven't really announced that I was doing this. But also hello to everybody who's watching this afterwards. I'm going to be going through a computer game. Now, I normally cover board games on my channel. However, there are some board game versions of computer games, and this is one of them. You'll see on screen, this is Conflict of Heroes. So this is a game, the original game came out, Academy Games, 2008, so it's quite a while ago now. But this is basically a World War II hex and counter war game type thing. It's a game which I've played a couple of times, and it's a game which I want to play more of, but as usual, too many games, not enough time. But there is a PC version of it. So I've got the PC version of it. And this video is basically going to be a first look. Okay. I have only just loaded up this game. So when I say that this is a first look, this really is a first look. Yeah, because I've not experimented with it. So let's see how we go on. According to this, there's 5 people watching in the chat. So hello and welcome. Drop a message in the chat. And obviously if the sound is too loud, because I've been fiddling around this afternoon with the sound of the game, and I think I might have turned it down so much that I can't actually hear anything. Anyway, so this is the loading screen. I have gone into the system preferences. Interface looks a little bit old, and I did turn the music down in here a little bit, and I've turned up, let's turn this on. So bloom, shader complexity, normal, desktop resolution, multi-sampling for, yeah, let's turn them on, see what happens. Right, so I'm going to play the game. As I say, I've played the board game once a long time ago. So what we've got here is we have a whole host of tutorials, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a tutorial, but it looks like we have multiplayer lobby game, local network client. We can do rules options. Ooh, interesting. Variable action points, no. Okay, I might have to turn that on, because although I have only played the board game a little bit, there are some things that I know about it, and I think the change they made in the second edition with the variable action points made the game a lot better. I'm going to leave this on as default because I don't really understand it and I don't want to mess up the tutorial. So let's jump into it. Tutorial firefights. So we have Awakening the Bear firefights, Frontier, the Commanding Heights, Point Back. Wow, there's lots in here. We will see. So we have 3 tutorials. Partisans tutorial. Okay, so I can't hear anything in my headphones. I don't know if you can hear anything. I can vaguely hear something. And I do want a bit of sound. I don't just want it to be me talking, but yeah, I can hardly hear anything. And I do have my headphones in, but nothing's coming out. So let's go into the options again and just try and get some sound. And let me know in the chat if, because yeah, when I drop the sound down to 0.7, it basically seemed to cancel it completely. And now I can't hear anything at all. How odd. Yeah, so don't seem to have any system sound whatsoever. Whereas there was before. Oh well, let's go in. No, definitely can't hear anything. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any sound coming out whatsoever. I'm actually just going to connect my microphone on. So there we go. My microphone's on, and hopefully my microphone is loud. If anybody is watching this in the chat, please let me know if you can hear me. Okay. And also let me know if you've got any system sound, because it would be nice if there was some sound, but there doesn't appear to be. Right, anyway, so what have we got? We got 17th of October 1941, main supply route for the Germans. We will mine the road and ambush the next convoy that comes from the south. Take out as many trucks as you can. I'm actually going to remove my headphones. We will rendezvous at camp. Right, okay, so Germans human, Russians computer. Right, okay. And I'm watching this on my iPad and the screen keeps going blank and I'm not sure why. I think it's probably just the delay. Oh, right. So Victoria's saying can hear clicking but no music. Pride 551 here. So you can hear me fine. That's good. But there doesn't appear to be any sound coming from the computer at all, which is very odd. I'm just gonna cancel this once more and just go into the system preferences again because I've set audio 1. Yeah. Well, that's what I've done. I have set the audio. But nothing seems to be coming out. So the clicking you can hear is actually the clicking of my mouse being picked up by the microphone. Anyway, right, we're going to jump in now because I don't want to mess around any longer. I will try and get the sound working another time. So we have Germans as the humans. So I'm the Germans and the Russians is the computer. Right, start game. So we've obviously got a little map down here. Now this isn't making any sense to me at the moment because I don't know which side is which. But let's go into start game. This is a tutorial, so I'm going to see how good the tutorial of this game is. Welcome to the Conflict of Heroes tutorial. This box will contain messages intended to help you play your first few games. Press next whenever you see the step in the tutorial. Right, okay. So let's do that. Move around the map. Left click and drag, and you can also use the, here we go. Right, so we have hex-based, and I'm zooming in, even though it's not telling me I can do that. So yeah, we can scroll the map. That's good. Now this is the scenario that I've played in the board game. This is scenario 1 that you get with the game. Right click to adjust camera angles. Oh right, we can turn around as well. That's nice. Okay. And we can zoom in and we can play around. Right, okay, that's good. I'm probably going to keep, oh, I've broken it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. This is a bit fiddly because the X keeps appearing. And it's not letting me turn the camera angle when I'm on the X, and I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Right, so I've moved around a bit. Control to rotate, Alt to tilt, Shift to adjust camera height. Okay, so you've got a lot of controls over where you want it. There you go. Right, okay, yeah, so quite a few camera controls available. Next, place reinforcements. Reinforcements may be available to players at the start of any game round. To place reinforcements available to you, right-click on any of the blinking blue hexes. So that's these here. You can control the facing that reinforcements have when they enter the map. The direction of the mouse cursor determines the direction of the newly placed unit. Okay, so you can see as I'm moving there we go. As I'm moving my mouse around, you can see that the arrow is actually changing. Okay, let's click next. Continue to place reinforcements until all units are placed. It's not giving me any hints. It's not telling me which ones I should place where. But over on the left-hand side, we seem to have this. We have German Rifle Squad, and an LMG-34 squad. Oh, we do have an undo button. So let's place the German Rifle Squad number 1, which has an attack strength of 2, attack strength versus armor of 0, so they're not good at fighting against tanks. Right, okay, let's just place them and see. Let's put it there. Did that do it? No, that didn't. Oh, right click it said. There we go. Right, okay. German Rifle Squad. There we go. So next, the next German Rifle Squad. Where are we going to put this? So presumably this is an objective. Yeah, this is an objective here. And who knows where the Ruskies are? So let's put the other one maybe here. Okay, and then we have an LMG squad. So the LMG squad is a better attack strength. Yeah, it just looks like it's a better unit. LMG light machine gun, I'm guessing. So I'm going to put one of them here. Yeah. And I'll put the other one, I should probably put the other one here as well. They can provide covering fire into the open. Right, okay. Oh, there was a tip. A tip just flashed up and disappeared very quickly. So we've done that. You can undo a placement with the undo button. Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, goal of Conflict of Heroes. In most Conflict of Heroes firefights, there are 2 goals. Occupy the victory hexes and destroy as many enemy units as possible. Michael is here in the chat. Hi, thank you for joining in. So yeah, that is presumably, yeah, that is the, so we've got to occupy the victory hex and destroy as many units as possible. Score. The scores for the Germans and the Russians are displayed in the upper right corner of the screen. That's up here. So 0-0.
You can read notes on the scenario that you're playing by clicking the commander icon on the top right corner. Information on scenario goals, scoring criteria, let's do that. Here we go. Right, so during turn 1, Axis scoring, the Crossroads for 1 point, Allies scoring 1 point. During turn 2, the Russians get some reinforcements, 1 point each. Turn 3, the Germans get a reinforcement, 1 point each. 1 point each, 1 point each. So owning the Crossroads is a point, and at any time, 1 point for each enemy unit destroyed. Fog of War, yes, this, that and the other, that and the other. Right, okay. How many points to win? Not sure. Maybe we just play 5 turns and then see. Selecting a unit. Left click on one of your units to select it. Right, well, let's select this one. Now, there's a number 7 on there. I'm not sure what the 7 is. We'll find out. So we've selected it. Players are allowed to take 1 action with the selected unit, such as move or attack. Players alternate taking actions with units. The Germans might move 1 unit, then the Russians might fire with a unit, then the Germans, and so on. Play continues until both players have passed their turns consecutively and the round comes to an end. Okay? Games last a certain number of rounds indicated by the number of clock icons at the top of the screen. So that's this. So this is 5 rounds, whereas here, so the editor in me is already pointing out errors. This says turn. This is rounds. Rounds is more like it, because within rounds you take turns. When all clocks are filled, the game comes to an end and the player with the greatest number of victory points is the winner. Excellent. If your mouse has side buttons, I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. You could use these to cycle through your units that haven't yet finished. Right, okay. I haven't got side buttons. I haven't got a fancy mouse. Right, each of your units begins the round with a certain number of action points, APs. That's what the 7 is. You can spend action points to move, attack, rally, and on many other types of unit actions. So yeah, 7. They look like they've all got 7. Okay, and what do we do? So we select it. Right, when selected, the hexes to which the unit can move are highlighted in blinking blue. Yep, those 4. Right-clicking on one of these blue hexes to move the selected unit. Units move and change facing simultaneously. The orange arrow and mouse cursor indicate not only where the unit will move, but which facing it will have after it moves there. Okay, yep, you can see the arrow is moving as I'm moving around. So I probably just want to send these straight ahead. Let's do that. And they're off. Now, what's that? What happened there? A load of cards came out. Immobile units, sometimes units can't move. Okay, because they have certain... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Did it cost all 7 action points to move? Yeah, it looked like it did. Because it had 7 action points, and now I've got 0. Seems odd. Movement costs. It usually costs more APs for a unit to move backwards, uphill, or into difficult terrain. The terrain tooltip in the bottom right corner of the screen indicates any additional movement cost and defensive bonuses, yada, 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 yada. Right, okay, so. Oh, okay, so if I move my mouse over the woods, it says wheeled plus 2 AP, tracked plus 1 AP. So it costs extra action points for units to move in there. I'm not sure why this unit that had 7 action points now has 0. Anybody who knows the game might be able to help me, but this is a tutorial, so we will see. When a unit is selected, it may pivot in place as an action. Move the mouse outside of the blinking blue movement area and right-click to pivot the unit so that you've changed the facing. Yeah. You'll not be able to pivot if the mouse is already facing in this direction. The orange arrowhead indicates pivoting costs 1 action point. So if you want to stay in place and just turn, it looks like that costs 1. Okay, next. When a unit is selected, the hexes that it can see in its forward direction are highlighted in yellow. Right, so that's all of these. It can see all of this. Okay, yep. Hexes in its long attack range are highlighted in a fainter shade of yellow. You can just about see that here. So there's a brightish yellow here and then a faintish yellow here. Right. Units that have enough action points can attack enemies in these yellow hexes. Well, I don't think I do because I seem to have lost all of my action points. Thinking about attacking enemy units, if you mouse over an enemy unit within the yellow forward hexes, the chance that you can hit the target is shown on screen. No, can't see anybody. They're all hiding in the trees. I assume they are anyway. If you cannot hit the target, you'll be informed that this is an impossible shot. Fine. Left click to attack an enemy unit. Yep, can't do that. So this tutorial I mean, it is telling me the rules of the game, but I've played tutorials that are a little bit more of a step-by-step guide. Oh no, there is a unit there. Can you just see it? I was going to say, why is it, but it's not coming up with the percentage chance to hit. Oh, because I haven't got enough action points left. So that's what I'm saying. It's telling me stuff in these tooltips that I can't actually do because I can't attack anything yet. If the attack is successful, maybe I should be selecting another unit because it appears that one's gone. So we have another unit. Now, what is that unit? Maxim. Let's zoom in and see what it is. It looks like it's Maxim MMG unit, regular. So we don't know how many command points it's got. It's got a firepower of 3. Presumably that's what the red explosion is. So it can attack people for 3, tanks for 0, range of 9. And there it's defense, and that's when it moves, I guess. Not sure. But it's there, and it's looking ominous. Now, I'm having a bit of difficulty with the camera controls. I will be honest. I'm trying to zoom in, but the default zoom in is a bit weird. So, right, let's select this one. So can that shoot? Yes, it can. Right, but it's an impossible shot. It's saying impossible shot, so it can't shoot. What about, right, let's escape. Let's select this one. That can't see it. Okay, so let's just move these forward. So it's like you can only move 1 hex. Yeah, let's move to there. And then after I moved, something happened. It looks like it's attacking me. Because remember, at the start, it said we take it in turns. So it looks like the Russians just... I kind of want a history. That's here. The history down at the bottom. Maxim MMG unit, roll 7, modified by 4, and misses the German Rifle Squad 2, whose defense is 12. Okay. Now, my experience of playing the board game is, whenever you do an attack, you work out what the roll needed to hit, and then you roll 2 dice. And according to this, my front defense is 12, and it rolled a 7 modified by 4, and that's not 12. So, now, interesting. That has a 6 above it. So I'm confused. I am very confused because when I moved this unit, I moved it once and then it suddenly lost all of its action points. Maybe that's what it was that happened, because if you remember, when I moved this unit, a load of cards popped up on screen. And I don't know what that meant, but that's obviously stopped that unit moving, whereas this one has 6 action points left. That's still an impossible shot. So let's move it. Maybe I should try and move it into these woods here. Okay, so let's move to there. Now the number 5 has appeared. Okay, German Rifle Squad 2 is pinned. So what's happened here? The Maxim MMG unit rolls 9, modified by 5. I'm not sure where it's getting this modifier from, but that's because I don't know the game. And hits German Rifle Squad 2, whose defense was 12. So 9 plus 5 is 14. German Rifle Squad 2. Oh, it's in reverse order. Right, okay. So it's done something, and I am pinned. Which means, presumably, I cannot move. And that's what this explosion icon is above me. Yeah, it says if the attack is successful, the unit will be damaged or destroyed. Indication of the damage will be shown in red text near the damaged unit. It's a real shame there's no sound. I thought there was definitely sound, and I've turned the sound on. It's clearly gone wrong and the sound is lost. But it's not just my broadcasting software that's not sending the sound out. I'm not getting any sound either. So yeah, I don't know why, but no sound is coming from the computer. Right, okay, so let's just click next here. Right, each player has a pool of command points or caps. I have 8 caps. Caps represent the influence of leadership on the maneuvers or actions. You can spend caps to increase the action points of the selected unit. Click on the caps to AP button, which is there. Yeah, so if I was to select this unit, it has 5 action points left. But if I click that, it converts caps to APs and allows me to spend more APs. You can also convert caps into a roll bonus. Yeah, I remember that. You can basically modify your attack roll by spending caps. That's your resource that you use to move extra. Now, unfortunately, these are pinned. And it looks like one guy's dead. Yeah. Oh. That was Frank. Frank's gone. Frank's dead. Oh dear. So anyway, they've lost a unit and they're pinned. Can they attack? It's an impossible shot. Right, so they've got 5 action points left, but there's nothing really they can do. Let's move this LMG here, and let's try and get this, rather than leaving it out in the open. Let's first move it there. So I've moved. Right, so this is where down in the bottom it's telling me what's happening. The LMG 34 Squad number 2 has moved. Soviet Rifle Squad number 1 has moved. So there's units moving, but because of the fog of war, I can't see them. So all I know is that the Soviet Rifle Squad number 1 has moved. And this is why playing this on the computer is probably better. I'm trying to angle the screen so I've got a bit more of a top-down view. There you go. Yeah, playing it on the computer is a little bit better than playing it in person, because in person you would actually see the counters on the board. Even though your units wouldn't be able to see the counters, you would. So we've got 6 action points left. Just having a look at what these buttons do. We don't know yet. Right. Unit attributes. Let's have a bit of a read. Move, fight, attack itself. Yep, okay. Okay, it's not giving me any more tips. Let's select that and let's move it here. Okay, and then Soviet Rifle Squad number 1 has moved again. Okay, so we're taking it in turns to activate our units, but also a unit has a certain number of command points. So the Soviet Rifle Squad 1 has... who's this? There is some Soviets here. It is Soviet Rifle Squad number 1. Obviously, they're heading towards the objective, because we'll get a point if they're in the objective. Can we shoot them? No. Why is it an impossible shot? I don't know why it's an impossible shot. Right, each unit has 2 types of attack strengths. The red attack number represents the firepower against soft or unarmoured targets such as infantry. So I've got 2. To score a hit, you roll 2 dice and add your unarmoured attack strength, which is 2, comparing it to the defender's unarmoured defence. And the defender's unarmoured defence is, I guess, 12. Front defence, unarmoured, 12. So I'm attacking at +2. But presumably there's modifiers because of range. Now, I don't know what the modifier on range is. Yeah, range. So range is 5, which is what the bright yellow is. And then after that, yeah, so I don't fully understand what the modifiers are, but it's telling me that that is an impossible shot. Now, I don't know if I convert my caps to rolling, if that's actually going to help me. But even still, even if I can get it down to needing a 12, that's only a 1 in 36 chance of hitting, so I probably don't want to do that. Right, rally button to attempt to heal damaged units, which costs 5 action points. Let's do that, because this unit has 5 action points left. So where's the rally button? It's over here. I'm looking for a flag. Down at the bottom, here. Rally, needs 7 to rally. Well, it told me that rallying costs 5. Rallying does not guarantee that the damage condition will be healed. The unit has to succeed on a check. Units in a hex that provide defensive cover. Okay, well, let's try clicking the button anyway. Okay, it's let me done it, and rally success. So, excellent. So what have I spent? I've spent the remaining 5 command points that unit had, even though it said it was 7, and it's rallied, and it's now back to full strength. Excellent. Sorted. Right, so that's how rallying works. Strength versus armoured. The blue attack number is the unit's attack strength versus armoured, such as tanks or the front of certain guns. Yeah. Okay. The amount of APs the unit expends whenever it attacks. Okay, so that's that number. Okay, let's just carry on. The tips have disappeared, so let's just carry on. Can we see anything from where we are? No. We don't have line of sight, but I'm going to move into this forest here. So this is +2 defense, heavy woods, +1 movement on foot, which is why the number 2 in white has appeared, because it's going to cost me 2 action points to move in there. Excellent. So I'm in there. I have 2 action points left, and according to this, it cost me 2 action points to fire. Excellent. Right. And the range is good. Finally, we have some things. So 27% chance to hit that, 27% chance to hit that. Paul the Sniper, says Fred in the chat. Yes. So which one do we want to go for? Well, this one here, this is probably more threat. They've got a range of 9 and a firepower of +3, whereas this one only has a range of 5. But this is the one that's closest to the objective. So I think I'm going to go, tactics-wise. No, let's go for this one. So 27% chance to hit. Rolled a 4, missed. Done. Right, the Russians have passed. I'm not going to pass because I still have units to move. Forward defense, yep. Forward arc, yep. Okay, so you have less defense from the side. Action points to move. And what's that one? Oh, that's trucks, bonuses, moving along road. Right, okay. So we still have 2 units down here. We have this rifle unit, which doesn't appear to have any action points. I don't know why. Oh, because that was the one that I moved at the start. Yes. And then this one here, which is another LMG. And we want to bring this up, maybe into here. It looks like you can only move it one at a time. So we'll move it into there. Russians have passed. Then I'll move it into there. Russians have passed. Okay, so can't see anything yet. We're just going to have to bring it forward. Bit further, bit further, bit further, and a bit further. There we go. So I've ended the turn. Now I can see, but I'm in the forest. So this might be a little bit dangerous, but I think we're there. I think that is the end of round 1. How we end the round, I don't know. Pass entire turn, pass, end activation. Okay, well, let's just pass. Right, it saved the game, and Germans have won initiative, and the Russians have placed reinforcements, and we're starting round 2. Okay, there you go. That's what's happened. So I have 8 caps still. I don't know whether the caps refresh or not, because I didn't spend any. What are these down here? I have no idea what these are. They look like they're cards. Hasty defense. Select a unit to gain a hasty defense. Plus 1d6 caps. Yeah, I don't know what these are. Maybe I'll click on one. Okay, I've played a card. Maybe I shouldn't have done, but this tutorial shouldn't have put them there because I'm going to click on them. Command action, you have 1 free action. Click on other units you control to take the command action with a different unit. Maybe I just fire. Get a free shot. Again, don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to attack. 27% chance again, is that all? Now, I can spend this, convert caps to roll bonus, so let's do that. So I'm going to get a +1 on my dice, which means instead of 27, it's now 41. Let's go for it again. Convert caps to roll bonus. Convert roll bonus to caps. Oh, you mean take it off? Let's add +2. Yeah, you can only add a maximum of +2. I remember that. Spotting enemy snipers. Right, okay. Let's go for it. So this is 58% chance. Done. We hit. Russians play marked as used. They're playing this card again. So there must be a card playing mark as used. Yeah, which basically it seems to have removed all of the remaining command points from my unit. But what I've done is I've damaged them. Unknown damage. Right, so they've been damaged, but I don't know how much. But you can see, yeah, I really don't like this zoom. One little click of the mouse and suddenly it zooms out massively. So it looks like one of the Ruskies is dead. Right, okay, so it's back to me. And we have some units up here. And I think let's move in and get a bit closer. So we're going to move to there first. Oh, they've rallied. Okay, that's still an impossible shot. Let's move again. Right, the Russians have moved on to the objective. Can I hit them from there? Yeah, 27% chance. Do I want to? It's going to cost me 4 action points to fire according to this. So I can move one more. Am I still going to be able to see it from there? I'm not sure about the line of sight rules. We will see. Oh, I've been shot at, but they missed. Right, so that was those that attacked. So I can still see. Can I? Yes, 27% chance. Let's go for it. Do I want to spend any command points? Yeah, let's spend 1 and bring it up to 41% chance. Missed. Okay, I want to be shot at again. But that missed. Right, okay. Next, we got this one. This one should be attacking this. And now it's two command points to fire, 2 action points to fire. So I can have 3 shots. Let's just have 3 shots at 27% chance and see what happens. Or do I want to spend the command points? I'm going to spend 1 command point first. I don't know when these caps refresh. They might never refresh, ever. Oh, destroyed. Okay. So I rolled a 12, modified by 5. Presumably if you roll really high, then, yeah, well, that worked. So let's go again. Let's shoot at these. Damaged it. Russians play sniper, which does what? Germans lose 1 cap. Okay. Do we have anything left to fire? We do. Let's fire again. Destroyed. Okay, well that worked. So I'm going to end the activation of that one, and now we're going to move this one up. So 1 at a time. 1. Russians pass. 2. 3, 4, 5. I can get there. Let's move there first. 6, and then there. Got it. Which means we're going to get a victory point for holding that area, and we've still got 1 action point left with these. So I might as well bring these up, and we're done. Uh-oh, what's happening now? I don't know. Something happened. So I'm going to pass again. Okay, so the Soviet rifle squad is now moving. So it looks like the round only ends when both players pass consecutively. So I'm now passing, and the Russians are now playing the rest of their... Okay, so this is where it is dangerous because I've got no things left. I've got no APs left. Okay, so I did it. We got in. Starting round 3. It looks like, oh yeah, I'm getting a pioneer squad. Well, where's that coming in? I'm looking around the board. Here. Okay. So I'm getting a reinforcement here. Well, let's put it there. Right, so Germans have 3 points because we've killed 2 units and we've got the hex. Russians have only got 1 point. So I think if we can just hold now, we're fine. Now, I can't see any Russian units anywhere. So I'm probably going to... Oh, no, there. So I'm probably just going to shoot them with this LMG first. Yeah. So first one's missed. And then they've been shot. Second one, damaged it. Soviet Rifle Squad 2 has moved. Where is Soviet Rifle Squad 2? Is that not this one? No. I think let's just attack it again. Nope. Okay. Ah, there it is. So this is one thing that I'm not keen on in the game, is I've actually visually got to spot these myself. But that is Soviet Rifle Squad number 2. which is undamaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this into the woods here. And then we might as well, 2% chance. Okay, now let's leave them for now. Because that's still mine. That is still occupied by me. What's the chance to hit here? 8%. Now let's move first. Oh, there's another unit that's just popped up here. Still 8%. If it is 8%, it's hard to see with the yellow on the yellow. Yeah, 8%. Don't know why it's 8%. Light woods, but even still, shouldn't be 8%, surely. Right, now they've come out into the open. I'm going to switch back to these. And let's have a go at them. 27%. Missed. Can we have another go? No, we don't have enough. See, I've got 8 caps, so maybe the caps do refresh. I should be spending them. So I'm going to convert a cap to an action point, which gives me 4, which is enough to fire. And then I'm going to convert 2 more. Still missed. Oh well. Why did I... Ah, yeah, I did that wrong. Can we move into there? Yeah, let's move into there. Right. Next. This one. 5 action points left. It's 3 to attack. So we can go there. And we can have an attack. Or we can go into here. Oh, it's going to cost 3 to go into there. Yeah, that's fine. But I've still got 3 left. How have I got 3 left? Oh, I don't understand that. I think playing the board game would definitely give you an advantage here because I'm struggling with some of these, actually understanding what's going on in the background. It's a nice implementation, it seems, but yeah, if you don't know the game, it can be a bit tricky from what I'm seeing here. Right, now we have an LMG up here that isn't doing anything at all. So I might as well bring it forward because I've got all of these action points to use that I'm not using anything with them. Okay, so that says 0 there. Why does it say 0? So I've got 1 action point left. Yeah, that's, you will have 0 after you've moved. Right, now what's these guys? The Pioneers. What are they good at? Well, they seem pretty good, but are we just going to go on the hunt for some Russians? There. 16% chance. Let's boost that twice. Up to 41% chance. Damage them. That's fine. I think I'm going to pass. Stall. Don't know the difference between stall and pass. But anyway, I've passed. So game save is successful. I've got a point because I'm in control of that. I've totally got this. Totally got this game. What's happening next? I think we're passing, aren't we? Oh, are we on round 4? Yeah, we're on round 4. I probably shouldn't have passed. Right, need to shoot these. Let's have a couple of caps spent to boost the die roll. Missed. Russians are going to attack. We could rally. Yeah, let's rally. Okay. Let's convert 1 cap into an AP to give me 3. 3 is enough to attack. Can I shoot them? I want them to shoot them, but it's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? Oh, they're probably not in line of sight. Oh, not sure why they're not in line of sight. Let's forget that. Let's use these. And again, let's convert 2 of them into them. So damaged it. Russians play sniper. So there's this, I'm assuming this will be covered in a later tutorial, but there's things happening in the game that I don't know what they are. Like these cards. I have all of these cards that I don't know what they do. But I think we've probably got this sorted because we're 5-1 in terms of points and we're 3 rounds in. So these Pioneers are just going to have another shot there. What do we want to do with this LMG here? Do we want to bring them out and shoot these? I think so. No percentage. Oh, there we go, 27. Attack once, attack twice. And then there's an LMG up here not doing anything. So we'll bring them to there. Can we shoot them through the woods? I guess not. But I can see him now. How many is it to shoot? 2. Why is it not letting me shoot into there? I'm not sure why it's... So, LMG2, according to this, it costs 2 points to fire. Ah, there we go. I don't want to move, I want to fire. Got it, destroyed it. I think that'll probably do for the round. So that was round 4 done. We're now at 7-1 in terms of points. And it's looking good. It is looking good. So I think if I just hold, I don't think anything's happening. No, I think it's just waiting for me to move some stuff. So yeah, let's just move things out. Let's move into there. Oh no, that's not the move. That's the move. Oh, they've moved into the same place as me. Can you do that? Apparently so. Oh, I remember that from the board game. You ended up with counters on top of each other and you had to remember it was a bit fiddly. It's still only 16% chance to hit, even though I'm right next door. Okay, I'm just going to basically attack with these and see what happens. Let's spend a couple of them. Yeah, it's a bit fiddly once you've got multiple units in a hex. There we go, that's that destroyed. I think I'll just pass now. See what happens. And we're done. Axis victory. So Axis killed 5, Axis victory hex 4. So I got 9 against 1. And then there's a history of what happened. So there we go. That is a first look at the game. It is a game I want to play more of. I mean, you saw from the start, if I go back to the main menu, there's loads. So what we've played today is we've gone into tutorial firefight and we've played the first one. There's 1, 2 and 5. I don't know why it's 1, 2 and 5 and not 1, 2 and 3, but we have the tutorials and then we have the Awakening the Bear firefight and there's 10 of them. So Partisans is the one we've already done. That's why 1, 2 and 5 is the tutorial. So 5 presumably introduces more. So there's 10 scenarios in there. Then there's Frontier firefights, and we have loads of those. The Commanding Heights, we have 5 of those. Wow, that's a big one. Point buy firefights. Okay, presumably where you spend points to buy your units. And then additional firefights. Right, and this is just a single player game. There's multiplayer. You can play over the network client and everything else. And if I actually go back a page, upload game results, don't want to do that. So in system preferences, I will try and get the sound working next time. Game delay, I probably want to reduce that because I don't like delays. Is the video okay? Yeah. Audio. Yeah, I'll sort the audio out. I just probably need to reset it. What was I looking into? Rules options, that was it. So Fog of War EGS, you would always want to have that on because it's realistic. Variable action points. So yeah, basically I think, because as it was, we were getting 7 action points each. There's a variable action points one where it's just 2d6 or 3d6 and you take the highest one and the lowest one or something like that. Difficulty, okay. So presumably that weights the AI, weights the computer rolls, random quality. APs rule, persistent APs, classic APs. Don't know, need to look into this. What I was saying is that although I found that tutorial a little bit confusing at times and it didn't explain what I needed when I needed it, if I just click exit here, it's going to return me back to this. I assume you can see that on screen now. And in here, this is like the page that you get before you go into the game. Hopefully you can see that. I can see on my iPad the screen's gone blank at the moment. Yeah, it's gone blank at the moment. Let me just try and add that in as a source. No, it's not there. So if I capture my window, if I capture that, no, not that one. I'm trying to show you what I've got on screen at the moment. If I do add source, screen capture, smart selection, nope, didn't do that. Okay, trust me, there is something on screen right now. Here we go, add source. No, it's not there. Anyway, I've got something on screen right now, which is basically, there's buttons and there's a game manual. And it opens up the manual. I can probably show you this now. Where's the software gone? Where's my streaming software? Add source, screen capture, window capture. Oh, it is. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was saying. That's what's on screen now. So in here you have the game manual, which you can basically you can click on, and when you click on that, you get the PDF, which it opens up, and there's a whole load of stuff in there. Where is it? It's there. Right. So it opens up Acrobat, and there is a big PDF with the whole manual, which, yeah, you can look through. So it's all there, and I'm probably going to have to read this because I want to know a little bit more about what's happening in the background. Oh, good. This isn't just a manual for the board game. Excellent. Right. This is actually a manual for the computer game, so it's actually got more stuff in there. But yeah, I'm going to play around with this a bit more. So I hope you found this useful. As I say, this is Conflict of Heroes: Awakening the Bear. This is an actual board game that is out from Academy Games. There's been a number of versions of it over the years, and I was speaking to a good friend of mine, Graham, because there's a new version of this game that actually sounds really interesting. So what that means is that whatever rules I'm learning from this version are not going to be valid for the next version of the game. I think it's an improvement in some way. I'm not quite sure. I mean, a lot of the rules will be similar, but yeah, I'm probably going to be playing that at some point. So anyway, yeah, thank you very much for joining in. Thank you for watching this afterwards, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment in the show notes. Thank you very much to the publisher. I think it's Slitherine for basically letting me have a Steam code for this game. And I'm going to be covering another game of theirs as well, which is Heroes of Normandy, which is another board game that's been converted into a computer game at some point. So I'll be doing that at some future time whenever I have chance. Apart from that, thanks very much for watching, and